Hi everyone, my name is Maddie, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video which is going to be a vlog of kind of cozy reading night, intense reading day, featuring Dart Attack. So if you've seen my February and March Dart Attack TBR video, one of the things that came up, spoilers if you've not seen it, was that I have to do 2 cozy reading nights within the next couple of months, and we're going for it straight away. It is the first weekend in February and I'm doing a cozy reading night tonight. I just really fancy it. I filmed some videos today, I've been to the gym. It's now about 3:30, I want to say. Yeah, it's almost exactly 3:30 and I've got the rest of the day completely free. So I'm just gonna read and chill for the rest of the day and make a really nice cozy reading night out of it. And I am starting a bit early, but you know, may as well. So in just a minute, we'll get on to why Dart Attack is there, but let's start off with what I'm planning to read. So I'm actually currently in the middle of a book. So the first part of my day is going to be finishing that, and that is Rhapsodic by Laura Thalassa. I am currently 235 pages into this, and it's about 400. It's a very quick read though, so I'm hoping to get this done in the next 2 to 3 hours, which would be amazing, and then I can move on to something else. This is a fantasy romance. It's very like angsty. I'm having a great time with it. It's not like the best book I've ever read, but it's a lot of fun and it's definitely been spot on for the kind of mood I've been in recently. So I've been really enjoying it. But after that, that's where Dart Attack comes in. So another one of my prompts for Dart Attack, we're doubling up a bit, is randomize. And my plan for this was to pick 10 books, which I'm interested in reading at the moment, and basically put them in a random number generator 1 to 10, see which one I'm reading. That's boring. We're gonna throw for it instead. So I'm gonna go through the 10 books. They're all currently on the board on the back of these gold and silver cards, which was literally just fun. I wanted it to be pretty. I have no idea which one is where. I don't even know which one is on which color. I was really careful to like stick them on so that I didn't see it. So I promise you I have absolutely no way of aiming. I have no idea where any of these are. And I've decided to do this prompt now because I seriously have no idea what I want to read next. I could find something, but I just really don't know, and Polathon starts the day after tomorrow, so I don't want to be picking up anything big, and quite a few of the things that are on my mind that I need to read at the moment are like Jade War, A Court of Wings and Ruin, and Marvelous Light, none of which I will get done tomorrow. So I have picked 10 relatively short books, most of which I should be able to get done between tonight and tomorrow, and any that I'm not, I don't mind kind of waiting. So let's run through them and then we'll throw to find out what I'm going to be reading after Rhapsodic, because I genuinely don't have a preference and would happily read any of these, so I'm very keen for something else to choose for me. First up, we have Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. I know nothing about this. It's to do with Pan. It's like people recommend it to people who like The Starless Sea and The 10,000 Doors of January and vibes like that, which I like, so it feels like the sort of thing I will like. This was gifted to me by Meg from 12 Books a Day, and so if it comes up, we'll find out if I like it. It's about 250 pages, but probably quite a slow read, so an option. Very different. They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I have read this before. I read it when it came out however many years ago, but if I'm really wanting to reread it, especially with the recent renewed hype for it and the sequel, or prequel I guess, coming out. Basic overview, this is a dystopian story, a world where you get a call the day you're going to die to let you know you're going to die that day. It follows 2 boys who get this call, then end up meeting, and it's like a romancy. It's a bit of fun. I really enjoyed it when I read it before. I would enjoy reading it again, and it's a very quick, fun read. Next up, After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm so excited for this one, to be honest. I love Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've read so many of her books. I think this and Forever Interrupted are potentially the only 2 I now haven't read, which is kind of sad because I need endless of these books. But this follows a couple who are married, but things are going wrong, so they decide to take a year away from each other, like learning to be on their own, seeing what the world's like, and then deciding to come back together. I know nothing past that. It sounds fascinating. We have another reread, Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I have been saying for a while I want to reread this romance series, and I absolutely do, so why not start here today if it comes up. This is a really fun romance following Chloe, who basically gets into an accident and kind of, you know, life flashes before her eyes, and she realizes she doesn't really like what it looks like, and so she decides to get a life. It's got plus size rep, it's got disability rep. I'm trying to remember because there's 3 of these books and each one has different things. But this was disability and plus size. It's great. I love it a whole lot. I do prefer the other books in the series more, but I want to start at the beginning, obviously. Next up, we have not quite a reread, because I never finished it, but I will be rereading the first, 110 pages. Traitor's Blade by Sebastian de Castell. This is back. It was this time last year that I attempted to read this and failed miserably. I really struggled with this when I read it before, but to be fair, I don't think I was doing particularly well at the time. It just wasn't the right thing at the time, and it was not long before I fell into an awful fantasy slump. Who knows? Maybe this book isn't for me and the same will happen this time, but it's suddenly caught my eye recently for no good reason, so who knows? This is the one I'm not so convinced I'll be able to read in 2 days because it's like 400 pages, but it's not impossible. Next up, we have We Are Okay by Nina LaCour. I don't actually know anything about this. It's about grief. I think it's queer. It feels like a book I will like. I've read another one by Nina LaCour and really enjoyed it, so this seems promising. It's also very pretty and tiny and dinky and would easily be a one day, one evening read, so perfect for the sort of thing I'm doing today. Next, mixing it up a bit, we have a graphic novel, which is Are You Listening by Tilly Walden. I am just realising I know nothing about this. I used to know the blurb. I think it's a road trip? A chance encounter sends them on a journey through West Texas where strange things start to happen. A lost cat becomes a kindred spirit. The weather shifts from sun to snow within minutes, and they're followed by mysterious men from the Office of Road Inquiry. A beautifully haunting story of friendship, loss, heartbreak, and a traumatic revelation about sexual assault culminates in an exquisite example of human connection. I like Tilly Walden. It would be super quick to read this. I could easily read it today because it's a graphic novel. We'll see. Next up, Over the Woodward Wall by Seanan McGuire, well, not by Seanan McGuire, by A. Deborah Baker, but Seanan McGuire. This is like a spin-off from Middle Game. There are now 2, soon to be 3 of these books, which are like to do with the story inside Middle Game. So like, it doesn't relate to the plot of Middle Game, but it relates to a part of Middle Game. It makes sense if you've read the book, but it's like a children's, middle grade-y, fun story. I don't really know. I'm intrigued. It will be interesting. And I just reread Middle Game, so it's the right time to do it. Next, we have 7 Tears at High Tide by C.B. Lee. This, if you've seen my 2021 goals video, is my pick, well, one of my 3 picks for like books I have to get to this year, so definitely would be cool if that one came up. Again, it's like 200-ish pages. It's got my little prompt in it that has its name in it. Cute. It's by an author I really enjoy. It's like Selkies, a bit magically, fabulism-ish. It would be fun. And then finally, another reread. Apparently I'm really in the mood for rereads today. The Queen of Eoflaria by Effie Calvin. I love this book so much. This is like novella version of Priory. It's queer queens and dragons, so, you know. No, this is very simply, it's set in a fantastical world where gender and like who you're attracted to is kind of not a focus of people. So our main character is journeying to another country where she's betrothed to their king, and along the way while she's journeying to go marry him, the king dies, and so by the time she gets there, they're like, well, you're marrying our queen. And so it's like an arranged marriage, and there's dragons, and it's super cute, and I loved it, and I've been wanting to reread it. A, just because I loved it, and B, because there are more books in the series I'd be interested in trying. Yes, those are the 10 books. Massive variety. We have romance, fantasy, dystopia, graphic novels. It could be anything. It could literally be anything, and I genuinely do not mind which one comes up, because I am that stuck for knowing what the hell I want to read right now. So I'm going to go get a dart, we're going to throw, and we're going to find out which book I'm going to be reading once I've finished Rhapsodic Laces today. Okay, so normally when I film Dart Attack, I'm really like neurotic that my flat's really clean, so the background looks all nice. Yeah, I'm not doing that for a one throw thing. So if it's a mess, just ignore it, it's fine. Also I say one throw, it will be one for now. If I get to later in the day and, you know, I have finished that book or whatever, if I get like the graphic novel, then I'll throw again, because why not, unless something has suddenly sprung out at me that I really want to read. But that seems unlikely because I've been debating for like days. So, I want to switch an option out now. I just remembered another book, 1 minute. Tender is the Flesh. Tender is the Flesh, 1 minute. Okay, sorry for the chaos. If the prompt I pull off the board is Piranesi, I'm gonna read Tender is the Flesh. Piranesi's out of the options, because I want to read this one more. and I'd just forgot about it because I've been staring at my shelves trying to find 10 options, and this was in my suitcase because I had it on site this week, and I'm stupid. This is a dystopian. I don't know much about it, but I'm pretty sure it has to do with cannibalism, and people say it's kind of disturbing. That's about my whole knowledge, but it's like 200 pages, so again, a really good length for this kind of thing today. So yeah, if we get Piranesi, I'm actually going to read this. Sorry for the chaos, this is about as well planned as any of my videos are. Okay, I was going to say throw number 1. No, this is the throw. Oh my god, I have no idea what's going to come up. Let's find out. Let's just find out. And if I get any of the bullseyes, I'm just going to go with like what colour it looks like it's in, because that would normally be like, choose yourself, and the whole point is I can't decide, and this has to fulfill my randomised prompt, so I can't choose. Let's see. Yellow. What's yellow? Yellow is... Oh, it broke. Oh my god! Piranesi! This is so gonna look like it was a setup. This is gonna look like such a setup. But I got Piranesi. I swear to God, I did not throw this, get Piranesi, and then think, shit, I don't want to read that, let's switch it. Like, I swear to you, the order you have seen these clips is the order I put them. I'm actually tempted to like post this whole thing unedited in one go and like unlist it as a link in the description, because I don't think any of you are going to believe me. I swear to God, this is just dumb luck. But I guess I'm reading Tender is the Flesh. You guys can choose not to believe me if you want. I know it's gonna look like you won't believe me. I'm also like... Now I'm debating if I even want to read Tender is the Flesh. Why am I like this? The whole point of doing this was it was like 10 books which weren't like next on my TBR. They were all ones that I was like tangentially interested in. And so it was like gonna be different. Whereas like Tender is the Flesh absolutely was the next book on my TBR. Like, it was in my suitcase from work in case I had time to read it this past week. Fuck it, no, Dart Attack chose. I'm gonna chill, read Rhapsodic, then later today, read Tender is the Flesh. No one's gonna believe me. No one is gonna believe me. Hello, so it's been a little bit longer than intended since the first update. It's now about 7:30. It took me a lot longer to read Rhapsodic than I expected, mainly because I got super sleepy and had to take like an 1.5 hour break because I was either gonna fall asleep or like whilst reading. Because I was either gonna fall asleep whilst reading or just do something else for a bit. So I did something else for a bit, mainly TikTok. But I finished Rhapsodic. This has come out at like a 3.5. I thought it might scrape a 4, but it just hasn't quite on like technical stuff. So like the writing and bits and bobs like that. It was good, it was fun. I will happily continue with the series. I'm gonna go add it to my like wish list, which I don't have public, but so that I can like have it on my list of books that I'm interested in buying. So not a bad book in any way. It's perfectly good fun. Not a favourite. I do wonder if I should give it a 4. I don't know, it's somewhere in that ballpark. But I'm now going to start Tender is the Flesh, and I'm going to try and make this cozy reading night slightly more cozy. So I'm about to light some candles, get myself a snack. Like, I'm already curled up on my sofa under a blanket, but curl up under my sofa, curl up on my sofa under a blanket, and get super, super cozy. This does not feel like a cozy book, but we're gonna roll with it because it sounds like it's gonna be interesting and my mum is excited for me to read it. And then in maybe an hour-ish, like 7:30ish, I think I'm gonna run a really nice bath, probably watch some YouTube or some TV in the bath instead of read because I don't trust myself with books near a bath. And yeah, I think that's pretty much the plan. Something I totally forgot to say about The Bargainers, and I say I forgot to say it, I didn't forget I said The Bargainers Rhapsodic. I didn't so much forget to say it as I hadn't really twigged yet, and I think I figured out why I enjoyed this book throughout and then left it feeling a little bit less interested. And actually, having said, yeah, I'll read more in this series, I might, I don't know, because what I've realised is the only thing I cared about in this book, because it was pretty much the only focus of this book, was the main two characters and how they came to be together. Like, that's the point, it was a fantasy romance. But it felt to me like it was setting up at the end for like a big plot-driven fantasy kind of story, and I kind of don't care about that. A, because I'm often less interested in big fantasy stories. B, it was set up too last minute, and I didn't really care about it throughout, even the moments where it was mentioned throughout. I only cared about those because of the character interactions happening. So I think that's why I've left it feeling a bit weird. It's because like I loved reading it because I was seeing these two characters get close, etc. But I kind of don't care about the actual story past that, and therefore, like, the rest of it didn't do much for me. So I think that explains that, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so I don't know. If anyone's read more of these books, let me know if you think I'll enjoy them or if it's worth it, because like, I don't know.
It's hard when you don't get the time to do the things you gotta do. Always moving forward, always on the go. I hope you take a moment to take it slow. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Baby, take a break, it'll be okay. Let me be the one to ease your pain.
Hello, so it is very much the next day. It's been like 24 hours since I last filmed a clip. But I very much got into the cozy part of the cozy reading night, and I was curled up on my sofa, and then I had a really nice long bath, and then I went to bed, and so I didn't film anymore. But quick update to end out this very brief kind of fun cozy reading vlog. I have not finished Tendrils of Flesh. I'm looking like I probably won't actually finish it today. I got to page 80 yesterday. It is very, very interesting. I don't think I really gave any thoughts last time. I feel like I remember filming a clip, and I'm gonna see if I can find it. If I can, I've already seen it, but I've edited the rest so far and I can't find it, so I feel like I've gone mad. But anyway, I am enjoying this so far. It's really interesting. It's really quite gruesome and hard to read. It's kind of disjointed in the way it's written, but that's very intentional, I think. But it is good. I'm having a good time with it. It's definitely interesting, and I'm intrigued to try and finish it. I'm gonna try and finish it today, but this is the last clip of this vlog. But yes, please, anyone who's interested in this, go with caution. It does talk, you know, quite actively about how to slaughter a human. And it's all in a very distant and detached way. So it's interesting, to say the least. But yes, that was my cozy reading night. I had such a nice, relaxing evening. It was a great time. I will be doing another one soon. I will try and do the other one with a bit more notice so I can let you all know when it's going to be happening, so you guys can join me if you want to. But yes, I think that is it for this vlog. So thank you for watching. Just a short and sweet little one, but hopefully it was good fun. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Comment down below a meat emoji, like a little steak, if it's such a why have I chosen that? If you enjoyed it, or just to let me know that you were here. That's a really poor choice of emoji, but I'm committed to it now. But yeah, do that. Just let me know that you were here, that you watched to the end. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me, or my other social media are linked below if you want to connect elsewhere. But that is it for this video, so bye, and I'll see you in the next one. I can't believe I just said meat emoji, that's awful.